welcome to Business Bites, the show for small business. In this week's episode, we show you how to come to grips with record keeping.
In Small Business 101, Graham Bell discusses the importance of good bookkeeping. Dina Ung talks small business taxation obligations. And in our Business Bites workshop series, Tim James shows us that taming computer files is no big feat.
Bookkeeping. It's not very exciting, but it's a very important part of any small business. Rick Carney and Graham Bell talk bookkeeping basics.
Hello, we're here again with Graham Bell, and today we're going to speak about bookkeeping. So welcome along, Graham. Good to see you again.
Hi Rick, good to be back.
So bookkeeping, Graham, why does the company need to really embrace the concept of bookkeeping?
Well, bookkeeping is one of those things where a lot of people avoid the issue thinking that it's a compliance thing, but really bookkeeping is more about managing your business than that.
Okay, so getting some sort of control.
Absolutely. You need to get information from your business so you can make decisions about how you're going to manage the business, and a bookkeeping system or a record keeping system is a really good way of doing that.
Okay, fantastic. So what sort of systems? We say the word system a few times. So what systems are available as far as bookkeeping?
Right, well, systems is a good word to use because people sometimes think, well, what can I do to capture the data? But really it should be a system that operates within the business. So quite often you see retail businesses using point of sale systems and barcode scannings and those type of systems. Now, part of the reason for that is to automate some of the data capture for the record keeping needs. So it becomes automatic, it becomes part of the business. But all too often, especially with service businesses, they think about record keeping after they've done the work as a way of trying to capture data.
Graham, is it best to have a computerised system or a manual entry system?
Well, one of the things that a lot of people do tend to gravitate towards is a computerised system because they feel that they can keep all the information in one place, they can keep it organised. However, sometimes people jump into that a little bit prematurely.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes a paper-based system can be a good way of analysing the needs of the business and setting out what your information requirements are first before you go to a computerised system.
Okay, so keep it relevant so you can get a lot just by keeping it simple initially. Okay, that's smart advice, I would suggest. Naturally, if you go to a computerised system, electronic versions, generally there's a lot of more complexity, so is the training an important element as far as that's concerned?
Yeah. Well, you've got to remember that there's a wide variety of packages available to suit different industries and different requirements, and you also need to fit in with the needs and requirements of your accountant where some of this information will end up. So before making a decision on which package would suit you, speak to your accountant, have a look at the needs of the business, and have a look at what training and support is available.
Okay, so a very important part of the process, that support, and identify it before you start. Before you jump into something that may not be appropriate.
Another good place to go to is to speak to other existing industry players to see what works for that particular industry.
Ah, yes.
Because there may be some packages that suit a particular industry better than others.
So then overall, what's the purpose? I mean, bookkeeping is to be able to manage and better understand the business as you suggested, but what other purposes are there of having a good bookkeeping process and system?
Yeah, well, to be able to look at the efficiencies of the business, to work out areas for improvement. Certainly in these competitive times, being able to analyse your business and get information in real time, to be able to have a look at what's happening in the business, to be able to react to changes in the business environment, and certainly to be able to get the money flowing through the business as efficiently as possible.
And regarding the legal commitments that businesses have as well, with the Australian Tax Office and BAS and the new tax system, etc., how do these systems fit in with that?
Well, virtually all of the systems now will comply with the tax office requirements and the GST and the business activity statements. And to be honest, part of what's happened with this new tax system, it's really encouraged businesses to keep up to date with their paperwork, to keep the tax department happy, but it really helps the businesses to be up to date as well.
So I guess in that element you're covering all your legal obligations, which is important obviously as well.
Research the marketplace well.
Do a business plan.
Prepare a business plan.
So complete a business plan.
Think beforehand, do a lot of research and preparation, set aside some time when you're not actually running your business in order to set it up really well.
Get plenty of advice.
I would say be prepared to work very, very hard.
Make sure you have more money than you think you're ever going to need to market yourself and get yourself going.
Just have something to back up on.
You do not know what you do not know.
Join a business enterprise centre?
Well, look after the bottom line.
Coming up, Tim James's 5-step program to taming electronic files, and we asked Dina Ung about various tax-related acronyms.